We get the results that we want when we push through and stick to a plan. If you don't act on your motivation right away, there's no point in having that motivation at all. Is this goal or is this plan or dream really for you? The realism about it is just that you're not always gonna have people beside you. You need to have a balance between planning and doing something. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for the earth to blow up and saying once the earth blows up, I'll do something. Because most of the time you never get that motivation. The biggest thing is I fell into the loophole of thinking, oh, well, I have to get motivated. I have to do something. I have to like get super motivated. And then like I'll get motivated and it'll be like 3 a.m. in the morning. I'll feel the need to clean on my entire house or record a video at 3 a.m. I am going to tell you some tips that I use for getting over your slump of not having any motivation and not wanting to do anything. There are times in my life where I will just not want to do anything and I need to do something because if I don't, then my future self will be upset with me. But at the same time, realistically, okay, we will not always feel motivated. One tip that I like to use is pretending that I'm working for someone else. Let's take cleaning for a bit, okay? I actually do like cleaning, but the thing is, I think the hardest part with everything is actually starting it. After that, like once you start something, you just keep going. Because let me tell you, I've been procrastinating making this video or any video at all for my YouTube channel. This is so bad. I have not been posting a lot. I want to get back into the 1 week, 1 video type of thing, but it's just been very difficult. But this time, I will, okay? I will edit this video, I will. See, affirmations like that, that's very good. Feeling unmotivated, like the biggest thing is just accepting the fact that it doesn't matter if you're unmotivated or not. Because at the end of the day, what you have to get done is still gonna have to get done. It's a lot about discipline, like forcing yourself to do something. For example, YouTube. The videos that get the most views are the videos that I don't want to do the most, which is really bad. But another thing I like to do is going on Pinterest and seeing these photos of other people doing it. Because I feel like when you watch somebody else do it, you can think about how, oh, well, if that person can do it, I can do it as well. You realize that most of the things that you're gonna do that are meaningful are not going to be at your most motivated times. We get the results that we want when we push through and stick to a plan. Also, speaking about planning, stop planning. Well, let's reword that. Stop wasting so much time on planning instead of just doing it. When we start planning, we start having all these ideas in our head where what happens if something goes wrong. The best part about planning is that you really get your thoughts organized, but you don't need to plan every single little step out, because if you plan every single little step out, when you actually do that thing, it's not gonna go the way you think it is. Because there's always going to be like obstacles that are gonna push you back and it's not gonna be what you plan. Try to keep your planning into a minimum and put the energy that you put into planning into actually doing something. I will spend a lot of time planning to, like, I don't know, exercise. Like, I'll put in an outfit, I'll get ready for my water drinks and all that stuff, and I'll plan the time and my trail and all that. Oh wait, oh no, the sun is setting. Now I'm gonna die and be mauled by a bear if I go outside. Well, guess I'll do it tomorrow. I don't do it tomorrow. Stop wasting your time doing that. Instead of planning what you want to do tomorrow, do the thing today, even if it's bit by bit. You don't have to do the entire thing today, because say you want to clean up your room or your house. You're not going to be able to clean your entire house in that one set day, or your apartment in that one set day. Because really, when you think about it, if you set all of these goals that are way too high to get to in this short period of time, you are basically setting yourself up for failure. Now, is it impossible to clean your entire house? Of course not. Is it impossible to do it in an hour? Yes. Yes, it is. We need to make these little tiny planning goals quite realistically, because you don't want to push yourself too hard to do something that you know eventually will not work out. It is so much better to just take little bits and pieces every single day. Like, take it day by day by day. Instead of waiting to do a 20-hour project all in one day and pull an all-nighter, do that with all of this planning. That's where planning helps you. You need to have a balance between planning and doing something. You can't have too much of the other, because yes, if you just throw yourself into like, I don't know, a zoo without having any type of education in a zoo, you're probably gonna die by a tiger or something. But if you continue to plan too much, oh, you want to be a zookeeper or something, and all you do is study and you're too scared to actually become a zookeeper, like what's the point then? What's the point of all of that planning when you're not even gonna do it? There's no point in planning something if you're not gonna do it. Best things I got in my life is not because I was motivated to do it, because I actually took the initiative and pushed myself to do it. There are times where I feel motivated to clean my entire house, but I don't do it because it's just a motivation in your head. If you don't actually do it, if you don't act on your motivation right away, there's no point in having that motivation at all. Because most of the time, like I said, we have that motivation, it's in an unrealistic time period, and now, oopsies, we can't do it. And then the next day when we want to actually do it, well, I'm unmotivated. Guess I have to wait for another motivated day. No. That's not how it works. I'm unfortunately very sorry that it's not how it works, because imagine how easy life would be if we just had to wait for motivation and then we can get everything finished. But no, you're gonna have bad days. You're still gonna have to go to work, still gonna have to go to school, still gonna have to do stuff. You're not always gonna be motivated to do something on a day, but you can't count on your motivation to push through everything. You wanna also think, is it really for you? Like, is this goal or is this plan or dream really for you? I used to be obsessed with wanting to wake up at 6 a.m. But then I realized I didn't need to wake up at 6 a.m. There are things that you might see on YouTube or TikTok or whatever social media platform, just really unnecessary. I used to really think that I wanted to wake up at 6 a.m. because I saw all these other people do it. And I really thought, oh, well, if other people are doing it, I need to do it too because that's what's for me, right? No. You don't have to follow along with these people because it might not work for your life. Your life is different from their life, and trust me, not everybody is able to wake up at exactly 6 a.m. every single day. Some people have to wake up at 6 a.m., okay? They have jobs that they have to drive an hour and a half for. But if you're doing something and your job is close to you, or anything in general where it's just unnecessary to do something, why put yourself through all the hard work of doing it if you don't need it? If you don't need something, then maybe it's time to get rid of it. Maybe it worked in the past, but if you're really thinking about it now and you're just like, maybe this isn't for me, because there's gonna be things that you want in life that you don't need, and it's probably better to just, you know, as human beings, we want to be able to fit in. We want to conform to a standard because we're social beings. We're like, you know, social. It's a natural thing. It's what we grow up to be. We're around a group. We want to have friends. We want to have people to be around with. But at the end of the day, you're not always going to be around people. You're going to have to do things on your own. You're going to have to work through it on your own. And you have to accept that you're going to have to be okay with being you and being best friends with yourself, which sounds weird, okay? I know that sounds weird, but it's with you. The realism about it is just that you're not always gonna have people beside you, and you're gonna have to be like very comfortable with yourself. So yeah, that's my little rant. I am going to go, and I love you guys so much, and I will get this posted. See, affirmations, I tell you, affirmations are very good. You have to say it in the present time, and then when you say it in the present time, you actually have to do it. You know why? Because what's the point of saying you're gonna do something if you're not gonna do it? Stop being a little hypocrite.